You've seen the headlines that foreclosures are on the rise, and you've likely seen me say that those headlines are wildly out of context. Foreclosures are increasing, they are rising, but they still remain well below historical norms. And I want to add a little more information to that and why we're seeing that. And we have to start with the banks. The banks are more flexible today than they have ever been before. They want to modify loans. They want to come up with payment plans. They want to try to work things out with homeowners. And you have to remember the banks, the last thing they want to do is go through the foreclosure process. It is much cheaper for them to work things out with that homeowner that it's safe to assume wants that home, wants to work things out, doesn't want to have to disrupt their family and move, than it is to go through foreclosure and potentially sell that home for less than the debt that's owed on it. The other thing is California law. California law provides a lot of protections to homeowners. It provides them with a lot of resources and a lot of time. For example, AB 2424, it requires lenders to inform borrowers of all of their options: forbearance, short sales, loan modification programs, etc. So the homeowner today is much more informed than they were, say, 20 years ago. They really know what their rights and what their options are. The law also gives these borrowers a lot of time. So, for example, let's say you fail to make a deal with the bank and you're headed towards the foreclosure process, towards a foreclosure sale date, and that date's been set. As long as you list your home for sale the traditional way with a real estate agent and you get it onto the market, into the MLS at least 5 days before the foreclosure sale date, you automatically get an additional 45 days. That foreclosure sale date gets pushed back 45 days, during which time that borrower can potentially work things out. So, for example, a homeowner might be able to go to a family member who will give them a gift or give them some kind of money or get them caught up on their payments or whatever. But let's say all that fails, right? You can't make a deal with the bank, you're running out of time, you've exhausted the resources afforded to you by law. The homeowner can still go through with a traditional sale. And homeowners today have sky high equity. So they can go and sell that home, pocket that equity, and go rent an apartment for a year or two or however long it takes for them to get their financial footing again and get back into homeownership. And so that's why I'm incredibly skeptical that we're going to see some wave of foreclosures or a wave of distress sales. But what I will tell you is that if we do start trending in that direction, you're going to hear it here first.